What if the one thing holding our entire world together just clocked out for good? If gravity vanished, life as we know it wouldn't just end. It would be unmade, piece by piece, in an instant of pure, hilarious, and utterly terrifying chaos. And we're not talking about gently floating off into the sky like a forgotten birthday balloon. We're talking about the complete and total disintegration of reality itself. So, let's break down the 7 most catastrophic ways our world would fly apart without gravity. Gravity is so much more than what keeps your feet on the floor. Think of it as the cosmic pizza dough. It's the invisible, fundamental foundation that everything else is built on. It holds our bodies together. It pins the oceans and the very air we breathe to the planet. And it keeps the Earth locked in its delicate dance with the sun. So what happens when that cosmic pizza chef just walks off the job? The consequences spiral from personally horrifying to cosmically destructive in a chain reaction that would unravel everything. Section 1. Your body instantly breaks down. The very first victim in a zero-gravity world would be you. And this breakdown wouldn't take days or hours. It would start in seconds. Your own body, which evolved to work perfectly under Earth's constant pull, would immediately start to fail in some truly bizarre ways. First, all the liquid in your body would rush to your head and chest. Astronauts get a mild version of this on the ISS, which gives them a puffy moon face and stuffy sinuses. For you, it would be a sudden, violent surge. The intense pressure inside your skull would be unbearable, and you'd get a case of puffy face so bad your own mother wouldn't recognize you. At the same time, your vestibular system, the network in your inner ear that gives you your sense of balance, would be thrown into total chaos. With no down to use as a reference point, you'd experience vertigo so profound it would make normal motion sickness feel like a day at the spa. You wouldn't know which way was up, because up wouldn't exist anymore. But the real disaster would be happening on a structural level. In microgravity, astronauts can lose bone density in their weight-bearing bones at a startling rate of about 1% to 1.5% per month. Without any gravity at all, your skeleton would get the message that it's officially retired and begin to weaken almost immediately. Your muscles would get the same memo. Studies have shown that astronauts can lose up to 20% of their muscle mass in missions lasting just 5 to 11 days, because they don't have to fight gravity. For you, that decay would be swift and severe. In a matter of moments, you'd become a weak, confused, and disoriented being, floating in a world that no longer makes any sense. And that's just the beginning. Section 2. Anything not anchored is launched into space. While your body is busy falling apart, the world around you would be doing the same. Right now, the Earth is spinning on its axis at over 1,600 kilometers per hour at the equator. The only thing keeping you, your house, and every single thing on the planet from being hurled into the void is gravity. The moment gravity vanishes, that anchor is gone. Inertia takes over. Anything not physically rooted deep into the planet's bedrock, people, cars, animals, rivers, and topsoil, would be launched in a straight line right off the surface and into space. Think of it like spinning a pizza base in the air. Gravity is the only thing stopping all the cheese and toppings from flying off and hitting the ceiling. Now imagine the Earth is that pizza, and the toppings are, well, everything. It would be a violent, high-speed ejection from a planet that is, effectively, shedding its own skin. Section 3. The atmosphere vanishes. The air you breathe isn't some magical force field. It's a massive ocean of gas, held tightly to the Earth's surface by one thing, and one thing only: gravity. Without that pull, there's nothing keeping our life-giving atmosphere from escaping into the vacuum of space. The instant gravity disappears, the atmosphere would explosively expand outwards. The loss of air pressure would be immediate. For any person or animal still on the surface, this would be brutal. The sudden pressure difference between the inside of your body and the outside world would rupture the delicate tissues in your lungs and inner ears. If you even tried to hold your breath, your lungs would pop like bubble wrap, and then silence. Total, absolute silence. Sound waves need a medium to travel through, and with the air gone, all sound would simply stop. The sky would flash from blue to black as the particles that scatter sunlight disappear. You'd be left in a silent, airless void, staring at the stars in the middle of the day. Section 4. The oceans float away. Just like the atmosphere, gravity is the only thing holding our planet's massive oceans in place. We're talking about an estimated 1.3 billion cubic kilometers of water, and without gravity, all of it would be set free. The result would be one of a truly surreal and terrifying sight. The world's oceans would detach from the seafloor and lift off the planet. But they wouldn't rise like a single giant wave. Instead, due to surface tension, they would pull themselves into colossal, shimmering blobs of water. Imagine looking up and seeing the entire Pacific Ocean as a wobbling, continent-sized orb hanging in the black sky, blocking out the stars. These new temporary water moons would then drift off into the solar system, eventually freezing into gigantic, lifeless icebergs, cosmic monuments to the world that used to be. The planet would be scoured clean of its most vital ingredient, left as a dry, empty husk. Section 5. The moon drifts away. What about our old friend, the moon? Its steady orbit is the result of a perfect balancing act between its forward momentum and the relentless tug of Earth's gravity. Cut that tether, and the balance is destroyed. With Earth's gravity gone, the moon would do what any object in orbit does when its anchor disappears. It would fly off in a straight line, like a stone released from a sling. While the Earth below would be in the middle of its own spectacular self-destruction, the moon would just ghost us, becoming a rogue object careening through the solar system. Its departure would be a final, lonely farewell, a symbol of the cosmic order being completely and irrevocably shattered. Section 6. The Earth Crumbles. So far, we've focused on the surface of the Earth, but the most violent part of this story comes from deep within. The Earth isn't a solid rock. It's a dynamic, layered planet with a core under unimaginable heat and pressure, all contained by the crushing force of its own gravity. Think of it like a planet-sized pizza with a molten lava-stuffed crust. Gravity is literally the only thing stopping our planet from blowing itself apart. Remove that containment field, and all that energy has to go somewhere. The pressure would be released instantly. It would be like popping a balloon the size of a planet. The molten core would erupt outwards with unbelievable force. The planet would tear itself apart from the inside out. Tectonic plates would be launched into space. Every volcano would erupt at once, not just spewing lava, but bursting open as the entire mantle expands. What was once a vibrant blue and green world would become an expanding, incandescent cloud of rock and debris, a brand new asteroid field where a planet used to be. Section 7. The Sun and Solar System disintegrate. The final act of this catastrophe goes way beyond Earth. The same gravity that holds our world together also runs the entire solar system. The Sun, a colossal ball of plasma, is held together by its own insane gravity. That gravity is so intense, it fuses hydrogen atoms at its core, creating the nuclear reactions that power our whole system. Without gravity, there would be nothing to counteract the immense outward pressure of those fusion reactions. The Sun would lose its balance and violently explode, blasting its outer layers across space and incinerating whatever was left of the inner planets. At the same time, every other planet, now free from the Sun's gravitational grip, would fly off in a straight line into the cold, dark void of interstellar space. The elegant clockwork architecture of our solar system would devolve into a chaotic mosh pit of rogue planets and stellar debris, scattering forever into the darkness. From the cells in your body to the star in our sky, gravity is the silent force that makes existence possible. Taking it away doesn't just cause a bit of chaos. It cancels the show entirely. Our bodies would fail. Our world would shed its oceans and air, and the very ground beneath us would become the source of our planet's ultimate destruction. It's a terrifying thought, but it leaves you with a pretty deep appreciation for the invisible force that's keeping your personal pizza and your entire world together right now. What other cosmic what-if scenarios keep you up at night? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoy exploring the biggest questions in the universe, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss what we have coming up next. Thanks for watching.